It's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Houston Oilers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
They'll run again with Mason. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Anthony. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling it, right? Making sure we ease into the game when it comes to us.
Well, you went
and not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Anthony. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Anthony. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bulls are able to stretch out their lead. Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
Well, they fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game, see if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Mills. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Escapes the defense. 43 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Anthony. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mason. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line, the whole block.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This carry brought to an end at the 8th. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they run. It's Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go. It's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bulls have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Houston. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Hey, check that. No.
They'll start with the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anthony. And this is going to be intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32. Right down there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We'll go down to a gain of 6. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on first down, Anthony. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, that's just not fair, and now win the run. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mason. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On the ground again, it's Mason. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Anthony. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Anthony. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bulls continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
They'll run for it with Mason. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bulls continue to pull away here in this first half. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Anthony. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
To the
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back to throw. Anthony. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Anthony. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Anthony. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bulls will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That one goes for 24 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Anthony. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Mason. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's corralled, but
before getting it inside the 35. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Taken down at the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. To throw on second down, Anthony. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
First down,
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2nd and 10.
on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Anthony going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Anthony. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Jones on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 1st and 10, Anthony. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Anthony. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, Anthony. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Third and 20. Mason on the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 11 yards there. 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Mason. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anthony throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barry. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Up the middle they go. Mason. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 6. The tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Mason fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 1st down. Anthony. And that'll be incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bulls are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Back to throw. Anthony. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bulls add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
For the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partners, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mills.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Jones now throwing on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Oilers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Mason. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Mason. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Mason. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Houston set to take over. And this AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan. And these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the